What's up, good people? This is another edition of C.A.P. This is your guy, JD. And what we're going to do today, we're going to do what? We're going to cultivate.
And this is your girl, Erica J, and we're going to accumulate.
And together, we all will
prosper.
So what's good, Erica? It's good to be back in the booth after a little hiatus.
I am always glad to be back. It's been a minute, but
yeah,
I'm excited to be here. Excited for today.
Yeah, the whole month of July. July did not lie with that heat, so it's August and the second half of the season. I'm excited, so let's get it started. With the buzz, the first buzz topic we have today is Vice President Kamala Harris picks a running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. What is your take on that?
I think it's pretty cool. I really did not know a lot about him until she started saying, that was going to be her running mate. So I started reading up on him a little bit, and they've had some great things to say about him in Minnesota. Minnesota hates to see him go. So he was real big, with doing a lot with the school systems in the city, period, with businesses. So he's done a whole lot. So I'm hoping this could be very, very good.
Yeah, he's definitely a difference between the running mate for Trump, J.D. Vance. He looks older than what he is. He's her same age. When I first saw him, I thought he was by his little brother or something. But he has a very his personality. It comes off. It comes off genuine. At least right now it does.
Right.
And also, he's done a lot of things. He served in the National Guard for 24 years. He's taught schools, such as I've done myself teaching before, coached football like I've done. So he's different type of politician that's on the vice president ticket. But now, less than 80-some days away, because Election Day is the day before my birthday. It's going to be about, what can they show differently than the alternative.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So we shall see how this all plays out. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see. The next buzz topic is Netflix is developing a Different World series focused on Dwayne and Whitley's daughter. Now, me growing up, Different World was my show. That's why I went to TSU, went to HBCU. This is going to be interesting on how they're going to do this, and I wonder if Jasmine Guy and Kadeem Hardison are going to make appearances. So what is your take on it?
I think it would be really good to see appearances from them, and also it would be nice to see some appearances from some of the other people. Of course, Mr. Gaines wouldn't be there because of course, he has passed away, but I think it's going to be really, really good. And I'm also looking at the fact, in this day and age, we have a whole lot of reality TV and a whole lot of things, and a lot of TV shows that we see sometimes are not the kind of TV shows that we watch. You know, so we had things that taught us lessons, and Different World was one of my favorite shows. Not one of it was my favorite show. So I think it would be refreshing, to see this, to see how this goes. I did hear that Debbie Allen is going to be a part of it.
Yeah, Debbie's got to be a part of it. It wouldn't be a Different World if Debbie Allen's imprint is not on there. So that's good that she's going to be a part of it. And
I think it'll be really good for the people of today to get that aspect, especially of just of a TV show to that caliber.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it will be something that's going to be entertaining as well as informative about today's current issues like Different World was back then.
Right.
And I look forward to it when they do bring it out, and hopefully they don't drop the ball like they did on that Good Times remake on that cartoon, because that was some garbage. But anyhow, the last buzz topic we have today, even though we ain't here back in the booth recording the podcast, today the men's USA team, basketball team, is playing for gold against France. And tomorrow the women's USA basketball team will be playing for gold against France. So it's the first time, I think they said, that two countries both have their both men's and women's basketball team playing each other for the gold and silver medal. What is your take on that? I'm excited. I'm going to watch the game later with the men's, and then tomorrow I'm definitely going to catch the ladies as well.
I'm excited about it. You know, a lot of times when it comes to the sports, I'm just learning. I'm getting better and everything. So I'll be really excited to watch. I've been watching a whole lot more of the sports lately. So I'm excited to watch, to see them go for their gold and hoping they win it.
Yeah, they should. Well, today is August the 10th, 24. Anyone that knows me know there's two players from the NBA that I'm fans of. Of course, MJ, me being from the Chi, and then Kobe being Bryant. Well, Kobe's numbers, number 8, his Olympic number was number 10, 24 was his other number. So they better bring it home today. The Mamba mentality, baby.
With the numbers.
The Mamba mentality. I got a couple shirts with both of them guys on there. Anybody that knows me know that's the type of mentality I have when I go to do anything. So, yeah, they better bring it home today, and I feel that they will. So
let's captivate.
Yeah, let's get captivated.
All right. Listen. Now is the time we have the opportunity to introduce our guest for today. She is a native of Gary, Indiana. She received her comedic calling in 2023. And as you guys know, last year we had a male comedian. So this time we have a female. So that's wonderful. She has been a finalist for Nick at Night, Funniest Mom, Memphis Soul Classics, 103.5, Comedy Search Contest, and the Rhythm of Gospel Awards. She has been named 2014 Tri-State Defenders Best in Black Award comedy winner and the 2018 Memphis Urban Laughs Best Veteran Comic. She's received the Memphis Iconic Award in 2020, Greatest Accomplishment, chosen to appear on BET's A Time to Laugh, hosted by Vicki Winans, and working with Miss USA. She has worked with celebrities such as Kiki Wyatt, Smokey Norfolk, Kiara Shear, just to name a few. And let me add that she was also a host for the best stage play, Detours to the Deliverance. I just thought I would add that since it was my stage play. I'm just saying. Let us introduce to some Miss Kecia.
Hey, I am so excited to be here. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, how's it going, lady?
How y'all doing?
Doing fine.
You sound good.
It's early in the morning.
Yes.
It's early in the morning. Normally, I'm funny in the afternoon and the evening, but I'm going to put it on for y'all.
Put it on
for you. I'm finna get my podcast on.
So, of the things that I did not mention, let our viewers know about Miss Kecia.
Sure. Well, like you said, I'm a native of Gary, Indiana. I'm always going to rep my Midwest. Jerry's Midwest. That's my guy. I'm always going to rep my Gary, Indiana. No, I don't know any of the Jacksons. People always want to know, you know Michael Jackson? Of course I do. No, I don't know them. But my grandfather, my dad, my aunts, uncles did live one street over from them. Oh. Everybody thinks I'm going to give y'all a little something. Everybody thinks that song, 2300 Jackson Street. Jackson, we named the street after him. No, we did not. Gary ain't got no money to be naming them streets after nobody. No. Our streets are named after the presidents of the United States. So they just happen to live on Jackson Street. Okay, that's for y'all. I've been in Memphis since 2000. So I'm almost graduated, I think, to be a authentic Memphian. I think so, maybe. Okay. I don't know. I'm still trying to learn to eat slaw on stuff. I'm trying and learning my main and my junt. I got it. So, but I've been here since 2000. I became a comic in 2003 by accident. I wasn't trying to be anybody's comedian. Didn't think about being nobody. People always said though, "Girl, you so funny. You should be a comedian. I was like, I ain't take them seriously. I just thought they were just trying to describe me or what have you. But I'm like, and I would have never thought I would actually be a comedian and still be one after 21 years. This year I celebrated my 21st year, but it's been I've had some amazing opportunities to work with some fantastic gospel artists like your name, work with some comedians. I've worked with J. Anthony Brown. I've worked with Marcus Wiley, just to name a few. Done stage plays, MCing detours. I've hosted several events over the years. Did a lot of private events. Like people say, we don't ever see you on the flyers. I do quite a few private events because I'm a clean comedian, and that does mean I do take baths regularly. Just playing. But because I'm a clean comedian, which means I don't cuss or I don't do anything vulgar or anything like that. I get hired to do a lot of corporate events. I've worked with Fox 13. I've worked with Shelby County Democratic Party. I do a lot of church events, of course, and I don't have any problem with that because I am a church girl. I do sit in the first row at church, seat 3. That is my seat.
With your hat?
Mm-hmm. And no hats. I haven't graduated to the hat as of yet. But so I've had some amazing opportunities. Only God can do it, and I'm ever so grateful for all that He's done. And so, just excited to be here. This is my first podcast. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I've never pod or casted before. So I hope I do it right and do your show justice.
Of course you will. You're doing a great job so far.
Yeah, just it's nothing to it. Just be yourself. We have conversations on this podcast.
Right.
Okay,
so I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. I wanted to ask you,
Sure.
How do you balance being a comedian along with your personal life?
Wow. I guess, let me tell you something about that. Lately, maybe in the past few years, I have taken a conscious effort to have balance because I found myself, I'm just booking shows left and right. 2-3 of them on a Saturday, one on a Sunday, one on a Friday, one during the week, so forth and so on. And I realized, hey, I still got to be Kecia. I'm a wife. Bless God, been married 10 years to my amazing Southern Memphis husband. And I have to give him time too. I have to give my marriage time and just, like I said, myself time. And so what I have done is on my calendar, because I keep a calendar, because I have a house full of creatives. My husband's a musician, my son's a chef, and then there's me. And so we're always on the go. So on the calendar, I specifically put down time for me or time for my husband or time for the 3 of us. I literally put that on the calendar. So if someone calls to book me and I know that I've blocked out time for, even for me and my husband to have a date night, then I'm not available. Because you have to keep a balance. You can't just be in comedy mode 24/7. You'll get burnt out.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, especially to be able to put time, but give everybody their time.
Yes.
Now, you did say that you became a comedian by accident. How did that come about? I would love to hear.
Well, I was at church. I was a member of the singles ministry at the time. And my singles ministry was fellowshipping with another church's singles ministry. And they were having a Christian version of the dating game. Now, those that are young, you may not remember that show, but it was 3 people, they were the choosers, and then there was a choosy, and you got to ask them questions. They couldn't see each other or nothing like that. And then they would ask all kind of questions. But since this was the Christian version, you couldn't just be all up in the business and asking all those personal questions. So they were like, oh, yeah, so they want some people from other churches to participate. I was like, me? Because I don't have a shy bone in my body, if y'all didn't figure that out. I was like, let me do that. I'm new to the city, too. I was like, I get a date, and it's free, and some food, too. Yes, sign me up. Sign me up. Let me do that. So I'm asking my ministry leader all these questions because I need to know. I don't know these people in this new city I'm in. I'm like, have they Googled this man? These men, have they do we know? Have they been to jail recently? I need all the answers,
right.
because I want to know. And she was like, Keisha, I don't know any of that. I don't know. Call the lady who's over it. Run me her number. Let's call her. And so I got on the phone and I'm asking her all my questions. I said, well, I want to volunteer, but I need to know, are we going to scan these people? Are they have weapons that's going to form against me on them? I need to know. Don't have me going out with somebody out. I want to volunteer. I want to do it. And she's on the phone just laughing. I'm like, I hear you laughing, but are you going to answer my questions, lady? And so she said, I'm going to put you on the program. And we hung up. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in. And then she calls back. She said, do you have a stage name? I said, well, what kind of Christian version dating game is this stage name? So I'm thinking the strip club. I'm like, what she think I do?
You're gonna do some Christian stripping.
Right. What she talking about a stage name? You said you're gonna put me on the program, then you call back asking me my stage name. And she said, you a comedian, right? And at no point in time did I say no to that lady. I'm thinking, I was like, oh, yeah. It's like, I'm not. But where'd she get that from? She automatically assumed I was a comedian. And I don't know why no did not come out of my mouth. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, she said, well, I'll call you back and get the particulars. I said, I don't have particulars. I'm not a comedian. What is this lady? And she called me back and she was like, okay, so I'm getting the program together. What's your stage name? I'm like, she asked me again. And I was like, and I was at work and somebody walked past me and they was like, hey, Miss Keisha. I said, Miss Keisha. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where I got the 3 Z's. It sounded spiritual. And so I was like, M3Z. I said, when they introduced me, that'll sound nice. I said, MZZZ KECIA. Miss Keisha is my stage name. Okay. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to put you on. How many minutes you want? 15? I'm pulling stuff out the air. Do y'all hear me? She says, anything you're going to need on the stage? And I remember watching comics on TV. They always had a stool and a little drink. I said, I'm going to need a stool. I didn't know why I needed a stool, but give me a stool. And I said, I'm going to need a little towel because I done seen comedians hold a towel or whatever. I didn't know what I was going to do with that either. And then I said, I'm going to need, give me something to drink or whatever. Now, I knew they had alcohol in there, so I knew I'm in the church basement and you can't have. So I said, well, give me a glass of church lemonade. Give me that because you want the church lemonade with the more sugar than lemonade. Give me that. And that's what I did. And that was the start of Comedian Miss Keisha. I had no idea. I remember going to Macy's to get my dress. I said, I'm going to get red because Oprah say you supposed to wear red. That's a powerful color. And, we listen to Oprah because she right all the time. And I went to get me a dress at Macy's and it cost too much. I said, oh, wait, okay. I can't pay that. So I hid the dress in Macy's. I hid it until payday. That's what we do. Because it was Wednesday and I get paid on Friday. So I'm going to go hide it in, another section in bedding or something like that or whatever. And so I went back and I said, oh, it must be meant for me to be a comedian because that dress was marked down and still hidden. So that taught me 2 things, that Macy's don't clean up. And that I was meant to have that dress because I was fully prepared to take the dress back after I got done with it. I was gonna tuck them tags real good because I said I ain't paying what they want me to pay or whatever. And I actually still have that same dress to this day. So here I am, 21 years later. I guess I am a real comedian now. I guess. Yeah,
Miss Keisha.
Yes,
that
Keisha was born.
That was a wow, but hell of a epiphany moment. For that to happen.
It was.
So what I'm gonna ask you is, what was your experience like appearing on the BET's A Time to Laugh with Vicki Winans? What was that like?
That was serious right there. I remember somebody heard it on the radio station and they said, you should do that. You should do it. I said, I don't know anything about, I've never auditioned and let alone auditioning for BET. I don't know. And it was so crazy. My friends, they really came together to make sure I had what I need. You know, my photo and my resume and my bio and everything, all even down to my makeup artist that I had at the time. She drove me. She said, you need a driver. You shouldn't, all those people coming in, they're going to have drivers. I'm going to drive you there. Plus, she was my makeup artist. So I had the 2-for-1. I was so excited, but I was so nervous at the same time because I had never did that before. And I remember walking in, and it was at Uptown Comedy Club in Atlanta. Okay. And I remember walking in, I'm looking at it was so many of us there. And I remember sitting there, and my friend, she texted me. And I was like, oh my gosh, these people, because they were up, you know, everybody's just up being funny and, you know, all around the room. And I'm just sitting there real quiet. And she said, keep doing that. And she said, you pray and you just let it all hang out once you get out there. And that's what I do. I know people think this girl can't possibly be funny because she is just sitting there instead of mingling and this. And they told us we had 5 minutes. Now, 5 minutes is a very short amount of time. My standard performance time is normally 15, 20 minutes. That's my smallest set, 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, 5 minutes? You want me to be funny in 5 minutes? It's going to take me 5 minutes to get out there and say hi to the people. I said, I ain't got time to say hi to the people. Say hi to yourself. I'm like, because I got 5 minutes. So Vicky Wine stood up, saw how many people it was, and she decided to cut it to 2. I said, 60 seconds twice? Oh, okay. All right. And so I got out there, and I think I actually, what I just said to you, you know, hey, say hi to yourself because I ain't got 2 minutes. I started and I did my thing and what have you. And they decided, they cut it down to so many people. And they decided they want us to come back that night. I wasn't prepared to come back that night. I had no hotel room, no anything. I said, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And so my friend, she said, you going to stay and come back that night. We going to figure it out. I said, okay. And so I got back that night, and that was my first time performing in a comedy club, any type of atmosphere like that, because I do clean comedy, people automatically assume I do all church-related shows. And yes, the majority of them is, but I do other stuff too as well. Just know that you're going to get authentic Ms. Kecia clean comedy. And so I went back to Uptown Comedy Club, did my thing again, and that was that. I got back home. I was like, oh, wow, I wonder if they ain't going to call me. They ain't call me. I ain't got no calls. Days are passing. And I just knew. And people were calling me, you got a call yet? You got a call yet? I was like, no, I ain't got no call yet. So it was about 10:15 one night, and my phone had rang. I'm in the kitchen, being my mom myself, you know, fixing my son's lunch, whatever. I came back, I had a voicemail. I'm like, who is this calling me this time of night? And it was them. They called me like at 10. I said, I guess BET ain't got no business hours. They done called me at the 10 o'clock at night and told me all the particulars, and they would be contacting me and so forth. And I got it, and they sent me the offer letter and all the particulars. It was, I just couldn't believe they picked me because there was hundreds, if not 300, 400, 500 comedians there. And there were even some who I knew, you know, from being in the comedy world that I knew of, that I had met, not necessarily met, but wanted to meet. And I just couldn't believe it. And I went down there and taped the show. And then, I met Kirk Franklin, and there was, because it was just like regular Comic View, except it was for clean comic. And they had a DJ and dancers and the whole nine. And it was up at the green room. They had name brand snacks in the green room. That was awesome. I still remember. I'm about to shed a tear because I remember all those snacks. It was just from left to right. What do you want to eat? They asked me what did I want to eat, and I just started ordering. I started putting stuff in my purse. No, I didn't. I'm just playing.
Now, see, that is absolutely amazing, and that's something that you never will forget.
Never.
Those wonderful accomplishments.
Wow.
That's so congratulations.
Well, thank you. I was like, it was something or other. Now, I will say that the show, for whatever reason, the show never did air. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but the show never did air. I was a little sad about that or what have you. I was telling people, my check cleared. I mean, yes, I was grateful for my little check because that my first time with a check with a comment in it. But I really did want the show to air. I was looking forward to it, and I got kind of sad about it, whatever. But it did show me that I was worthy, just like anybody else, of being on a big stage. And so it did, it did what God wanted it to do.
Right. Mm-hmm. You had the experience.
Mm-hmm. I did.
My next question for you is, what has been some challenges you have faced as a comedian?
Oh, wow. Some challenges as a comedian. I think a lot of times people put me in a box. And like I mentioned earlier, because I do all clean comedy, a lot of times people think that, like I said, I only do church-related shows. But I've been at comedy clubs, I've done birthday parties, you name it, I probably have done it. And it's just, when people think clean comedy, they automatically think I'm getting ready to come in and baptize them or something. I don't know, or what have you. But no, that's not it. I'm a comedian just like any other comedian. My style is just clean comedy. I mean, I always give them, two of my favorite comedians is Sinbad. I love Sinbad. Praying he gets better and better every day. But Sinbad, and nobody automatically thinks Sinbad is a church comic. And so I'm in the same category as him. Or Carol Burnett. I love Carol Burnett. I love Carol Burnett. Nobody, because you never really heard her cuss or anything like that, but nobody puts her in that category. Right. So I don't know why I seem to always get put in that category. Or if people hear, hey, Kecia's going to be at a comedy club or whatever, they all say, oh, Lord, she done lost her salvation. I'm like, no, I ain't lost it. I still got it. And when they come and see me, they're like, oh, okay, you still did the same. I was like, exactly. So that is probably one of my biggest challenges, as I, during my comedy tenure here. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, of course, you're on the C.A.P podcast. The show, the acronym for C.A.P, when I created this idea was to put a spin to it. So it's cultivate, accumulate, prosper. So I'm going to ask you a question for cultivate.
Okay.
Over the years, how have you cultivated your gift of comedy as it changes from when you started in 2003 up until present day now, 2024? So that's 21 years. So we all grow in whatever field that we in, and changes come. So how have you cultivated your gift of comedy?
Cultivated you're right. 21 years. Yeah, it has definitely changed. My comedy has definitely changed over all those years. I've definitely with topics, and definitely the way that I've done comedy, I think has, I'm mindful, I don't know how to put it. I am definitely mindful of the type of material that I do. I don't necessarily do jokes. I'm not a joke. I don't sit down and write anything or whatever. I just had a conversation with one of I call them my comedy nephews. And he was like, Miss Kecia, how do you write and whatever? I said, I don't write. I pray before I go on stage and ask God to give it to me, and it happens, because most of my comedy is life comedy, things that have happened in my life and things that are going on in the world. I thank God that I'm able to do comedy about anything. I know you guys were talking about the Olympics or whatever. I'm able to do comedy about anything. And, throughout the years, I've been able to do that. Whatever's going on in the world or in my life, I'm able to turn it turn it and tell a story about it and make it funny. Miss Kecia is really just regular old Kecia with an exclamation point. And so over the years, I've been able to adjust, to what's going on in life. I'm not getting ready to, ever embarrass anyone. I'm never going to, you don't have to be afraid to sit up front in your lime green outfit with the feathers and blinking outfit. I'm not going to talk about you. I'm not going to
check nobody.
I'm not going to check them. I'm not going to check. I'm too scared. I tell people, my mama and my grandma, especially my grandparents, they put the fear of jail and hell in me. And at my ripe old age of what I am, I'm almost 60. I'm too scared to be talking about people like that because I'm scared I'm going to be at the door to heaven and God going to say, I gave you this gift and you talked about that lady in that lime green outfit. Now I got to turn you away. I'm too scared for that. Too scared.
Don't get turned away.
I can't get turned away. You don't want God to put your name in pencil. You don't want me in pencil. I'm just saying.
So the next part, of course, is the accumulate. They say you got to coordinate. We got to accumulate. What have you accumulated in your career?
Accumulate besides money. Okay.
Besides money.
Oh, okay. Nothing.
And that is a good one too.
It is. I done got a couple of dollars for what I do. I done got a couple of dollars, but I'm not in this for the money. I really am not. Just to put that out there. I'm a comedian who has a regular job. I do have I like what I do at my regular job, so I keep it. God ain't told me to walk away yet. Plus, they know. There's no comedy insurance and stuff to play for my, my insulin and stuff, my blood pressure medicine. So I'm going to go on and keep my regular job. I ain't out here trying to be a struggling artist, not yet. Right. And so until Tyler Perry or somebody knocks on my door or whatever, and then even he got to come with it for me to quit my regular job or what have you. You got to give me, the big money like you did to Taraji and them, who said they was thankful for you just in case. I need to be able to, quit my job with ease if need be. But I'm not planning on doing any of that. But I've accumulated all types of knowledge, since being a comedian. I've learned the ins and outs, the yeses, the no's, the whatever, the things not to do anymore or do more of that. My whole contract, I have a very simple contract that I send people when I do a show, but it has come from things that I've learned and things that I've picked up along the way. Or, for instance, I don't allow people to tape my entire performance because I can remember looking online and seeing myself. I was like, look at me. There I am. I don't recall giving you permission to do that. And they're just using my whole image and to whatever. Wow. And so I cut that out.
And there was no compensation in that?
Not whatsoever.
Oh,
and
okay.
yes. To something as small as when I have a performance, I always ask, well, what time am I performing? Give me an estimated time. If your event is from 5 to 9, what time am I? 7-ish or what have you? Because 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not going to come and stay for your entire event. I'm just probably not going to do that. I don't know. I'm not going to stay. Right. I'm probably not going to stay because I want to get home and watch the Golden Girls. So and be regular. I enjoy being a regular person sometimes. So I'm not going to stay for your whole event. But you tell me what time your event is, I'm going to arrive, 30 to 45 minutes before that, and I know things happen. People didn't eat their chicken quick enough, because you put me on after dinner. And so people didn't eat their chicken quick enough. I can give you a few minutes, but I cannot give you 4 hours after you done told me what time I'm going to perform. So, I've added that to the contract or whatever. But yeah, things have changed. Things have changed over the years. I've matured as a comedian, that is for sure. Most certainly have matured and accumulated quite a bit of knowledge about this world, but I'm still learning. After 21 years, I am still learning, and probably will always be learning. Yes.
I've always called myself a forever student.
Always, always.
Now, the last CAP question is to prosper.
Ooh.
How has your experiences been most prosperous?
Wow. Let's see. Most prosperous. I feel like I have prospered in this comedy world, in my comedy tenure, a great deal. Especially for something that I wasn't intending on happening, and here it is, 21 years later, I am still doing it. I get such a joy, an inner joy of making people laugh. It just does something to my soul. I can remember one of my greatest accomplishments during this time is my very first headline show. I was headlining, and I was so excited, and they were treating me like a queen. I mean, they sent a car for me. Even though I lived right next door to where the venue was, I still was appreciative of the car they sent for me. And they had a room for me, and they even had a contest for people to open up for me. I mean, it was amazing. And I went out and I did my thing. Some of my family members came down from Indiana to see me, and I did my thing, and it was fantastic. But I remember a lady walking up to me, and she said to me that no, she didn't walk up to me. She worked with my little sister, and she saw the flyer of me on my sister's desk, and she said, "Oh, I was at that show." She said, matter of fact, she said, "You know her?" She said, "That's my sister. Like, you know my family." They're like, "Miss Kecia, who, what, whatever." She said, "Yeah, that's my big sister." She said, "I was there, and I tried to give my ticket away." She said, "What to you?" She was trying to give her ticket away. She wasn't come see me. She said she did not want to be in a room with any comedy or anybody trying to make her laugh or anything like that. And she said she literally was trying to give her ticket away at the door and not come in. It was the anniversary of her son's passing. He was murdered. And she just didn't, and they were trying to convince her, it had been a long time to come in, come on, get your laugh on, get your laugh on. And she said she had never laughed so much ever in her life, and she hadn't laughed in so long. She said it really, really ministered to her, and that was the first time I realized this thing was bigger than me and that I had a calling. I always tell people that comedy is not a hobby, it's not a job, it's my calling. Even when I don't feel like doing it. Right. It's not about me. There are people out there who need to laugh. And during my prayer, I have a specific prayer I pray before I get on stage. And I always ask God to let the people who need a laugh, let them get it. Let them get it. And the fact that he uses me as a vessel to deliver that, I am just super honored that he chose me to do that. And that time when that lady said that, she's trying to give her ticket away. She didn't want to be there. And I mean, she even went out on her lunch at my sister's job and bought me a gift. And I just couldn't believe that. And I actually went back to her. I went to my sister's job and I surprised the lady. I sung happy birthday to her. Now, mind you, I don't sing at all. Well, I can sing the first line of a church song, but that's it. But I went back and sang happy birthday to the lady. I was just so grateful that she don't know. To this day, she don't know that really did something for me, that I realized that this thing was bigger than just Ms. Kecia, the comedian. I'm here to minister. I'm the official. I always look at it out because I started my career on February 14th, and I always say, I'm God's Valentine, and that I was assigned to be the world's official cheerer upper. I'm here to cheer up people.
That's awesome.
That is very powerful story and testimony, Keisha. So now we're going to move into the part of a segment of our show where we have a little fun.
Uh-oh.
It's called Pick One. I'm going to go with mine first, and then Erica will give you hers. Now, my pick one, I'm going to ask you, pick one.
Okay.
Either the Indiana Fever or the Chicago Sky.
Okay, that's easy. Okay, on my birth certificate, it says born in Gary, Indiana. So I have to pick Indiana Fever. But Chicago Sky is my step team. That's my step team. That's my step team. Like if Indiana Fever, you're not there, I'm rooting for the Chicago Fever because it's my girl Angel Reese. But Caitlin, girl, I love you. And then I like that little girl. Let me tell you what has happened with me with the WNBA. I'm a WNBA fan anyway. And because of the newfound love for the WNBA, I have discovered some other players. Like Indiana Fever, they got that little girl, number 0. That's my hero right there, little Kelsey Mitchell. I love her. Kelsey, if you watching this, girl, call me. Call me. I love Kelsey Mitchell. I love her. And Boston, Aaliyah Boston, and I just have found a whole new love. I even got me a little WNBA outfit. I can't wait to put that on. I can't wait. But those tickets is real high, so if y'all could lower those tickets or either let me afterpay them, I really appreciate that.
Afterpay.
Yeah. Well,
Who is
of course, mine's the Chicago Sky. I'm Angel Reese. I do like Caitlin.
Okay.
And
Fair
Aaliyah
enough.
Boston and Cardoso. But so.
Okay.
And I can't say I looked a little bit at the WNBA before they got there, but I'm not going to lie and say it wasn't this. The enthusiasm wasn't like it is
Yes, I get
now. So, I follow the games when I can because I'm pretty much anything that's Chicago sports related. I'm not big in baseball, even though I may do something on my FanDuel account. I'm not a baseball watcher. But as far as football, with the Bears, Hall of Famer Devin Hester, greatest returner. The Bulls, even though we
Michael Jordan, come back.
We're hurting right now, but
what are you doing, Michael Jordan?
But then with the WNBA though, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky with Cardoso and Kennedy Carter, those girls are really doing some things.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, see, when it comes to me, I'd probably say Chicago Sky as well.
Okay,
I'm just
fair
loving.
enough.
I'm just loving Angel Reese. Now, there's nothing wrong with Indiana Fever, of course.
Okay, I mean,
but
it's fine.
I'm just loving Angel Reese and
I'm
the
fine
team.
with that. I love her.
It's fabulous. Now, I'm gonna have some fun with my pick one because we have the comedian turn actors and stuff.
Yes.
So I would say
I do a little acting. I got you. Come on.
Oh yes,
I do a little bit.
Yes. I know.
Okay.
Miss Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll go with Wanda Sykes.
Mm-hmm. If I had to pick one, I'm going to go with Wanda Sykes. I love Wanda Sykes' timing. Oh, her comedic timing is off the chain. I like Miss Pat. I like you doing your court show and all that, but if I must choose, I'm going to go with Wanda Sykes. Definitely Wanda. Y'all don't know how important comedic timing is. And Wanda Sykes, Miss Sykes, 110%. She got that thing, most certainly.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, me, it was kind of like a hard choice for me because I like them both.
Oh.
They can make me laugh and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
I would probably lean towards Miss Pat simply because I'm just really learning her.
Okay.
So it's like Wanda Sykes been there. I've always known about Wanda Sykes.
Okay.
So I love it, but I love newcomers.
Yeah, I do too.
What seems like to be newcomers to me, I'll say that, because sometimes I don't have a good jump on some of the people that's
Understandable.
Yeah.
I'm normally on the old school side. I'm here to root for the old people. Not that Wanda is old. Wanda, I'm not calling you old. I'm not at all. But I'm on your side.
I like both of them, but if I had to choose between, I would give a slight edge to Wanda simply because of sort of like what you're saying, her delivery time. She comes back with stuff that that it's like it's not only funny, but it's almost like she's checking you at the same time. And so her being on the show, the Upshaws on Netflix with Mike Epps, that just
And I can tell some of that stuff is coming off the top of her head. There is no way
that's true.
She is writing that. And I admire that. Because that's kind of my style, too. Because like I said earlier, I don't write any jokes. I come off the top of my head. And I can recognize when I see that, and she does that. And I love that.
That's when you know it's truly your calling.
That's when you know. Because
it's that natural. Some people, like you said, it's like that stand-up comedy. They write everything out.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see it, but some of them, it's just truly their calling.
I thought about writing it. I used to write it out at first because I'm a natural-born scholar. I know a lot of your viewers, when they see me, they'll probably think they recognize me because in 1978, I won the spelling bee. So that's probably what you remember me for because I was famous. But I used to write it out in the beginning. I did. I had Roman numeral 1 and do the intro and little A, big A. I used to, and I thought, oh gosh, no. It was getting on my nerves because then I was memorizing and hated that. So then I had to do a show one day. Make a long story short, I had to do a show one day, and I told that lady I'm not gonna be able to do it because my car blew up and my grass need cut and I can't find the clothes. I ain't doing it. I can't get there. She's like, I'm gonna come get you. I said, I don't want to be came and got. No, I'm not doing your show. No. And whatever. So she said, I'm going to come get you. She came and got me. And she was all friendly, and that was getting on my nerves. And I was angry because my car blew up. And no. And so she's like, okay, come on. She came and got me. And I did the show. And that was one of the best shows I've ever did. I came off the cuff. I don't even remember what I said, but they have been hiring me ever since. That was 2005. They hired me every year since then. And I don't know where that came from. And I knew then that I said, oh, I'm probably a real comedian. I said, look at me. I don't even know where that came from. But ever since then, I haven't written down anything since then. So I'm like, okay.
So you the Jay-Z of comedy, female comedy.
So. I don't know. But I'm just like, I'm coming off the cuff here. I do have a little rap too.
Yeah. That's what's
don't play
up.
with me.
That's what's up. So now we're about to head into the other segment of our show. It's called the Banana Peel, where people write into us or email us rather about different things with life. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get that started. Today's Banana Peel, it says, my fiance and I have a good relationship. We reconnected in 2021 after breaking up in 2016. We're getting married in the spring of 2025. We have started premarital counseling. The counselor told us to make sure we are honest about things in our past, even after our breakup. I didn't tell my fiance I had an abortion in 2016 after our breakup. I'm not sure how this will affect him or us moving forward. I'm conflicted. Should I tell him or leave it in the past? And this is from Aaliyah from Austin, Texas. So, Erica, I'm going to let you give your take first, and then I'll give my take, and then we'll have our guest give her take on that.
I got a take.
Before I give my take, let me share this with you. Again, as he said, if you want to send in your questions, that will be the cappodcast3@gmail.com. The cappodcast3@gmail.com. And while you're watching, there's a nice little red box right there.
Down below.
Says subscribe. Click on that right there, okay? You see it? All right, click on that right there. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure everybody, your mama, your cousin, everybody know about the CAP podcast, okay?
Please do.
All right. Now for this banana peel. So, Aaliyah in Austin, Texas. Listen, I think this is a very good question.
It is.
And I think that what you should do is I think you should really tell him about it. You don't want to, I feel, go into your marriage with any secrets. And just like your counselor has told you, it would be best to go ahead and be honest with each other, because sometimes it's just the fact that you were honest about it. You know, just because you were honest about it, they know they can trust you. They know there's no secrets or anything, and you're starting your marriage off on a great note. So I would say be honest about it. And this is the person that you're planning on spending the rest of your life with. The fact that you broke up in 2016 and you reconnected in 2021, now you're getting married, that's major. That's major. So be honest, because if you just leave it in the past, it's going to eat you up inside. And you never, ever want it to come up and he finds out anyway and you didn't say anything. So be honest about it and hope for the best. Girl, pray about that thing first. Pray about that thing. And watch it work in your favor. I'm just saying.
I agree.
Aaliyah, basically like what Erica was saying, I definitely, after you have prayed about it, definitely I would say talk to him. Obviously, when you say y'all broke up in 2016, that's been 8 years ago, and you had an abortion, so I'm assuming that it was his. Yeah, definitely do not withhold that, because I don't know you all's age or anything, but say you decide to have a child, the doctors can tell when a woman have had, an abortion or whatnot. And also, for me, just being transparent, I experienced this many, many years ago with somebody I was with. And so, yeah, it's a good thing to tell, to be honest, so you can start your journey in matrimony on the right foot. So I would definitely say, just be honest, and and I'm sure he will understand. But if you don't, then you never know how that may show up down the road. And now you got to say something, and it's gonna be looked in a different scope of lenses, because it's gonna be like, why didn't you ever tell me this? So definitely pray about it, but definitely tell them, and what's supposed to be will be.
Right.
Yeah. That's good.
Get our guest take on it.
Ooh, girl, Aaliyah, if you don't tell that man, you got to tell him. Just like they said, you got to tell him. You can't be going in this thing with no secrets. Matter of fact, tell him that. Tell him everything. If you got a secret $3 savings account somewhere, you need to tell him that. You got to tell him, girl, if one of your eyes is lazy or something, girl, don't ever go in any relationship not telling it. That is the problem nowadays with these couples. I got married in my elder years, and let me tell you this right here. We had a conversation about everything, from my big toe to my favorite color is green, because what if he didn't like green? Then we got to break up. You better tell him, and tell him yesterday. Tell him yesterday, Aaliyah. Don't be keeping no secrets. What is you keeping a secret for? Anyway, unless it was his brother or cousin or something like that, then. Oh, that's a whole nother show. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying, but tell it.
Well, there you had it, Aaliyah. We hope that you that things work out the best for y'all, but definitely be honesty is the best policy if you're trying to and you're not trying to get a refund. You know what I mean? Ooh. So definitely let that brother know. With that being said, now we want to take the time for our esteemed guest that we had here today. We definitely appreciate you coming on to share with our viewers and listeners how they can get in contact with you, how to book you for shows, your social media handles. Go ahead and have at it.
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Erica, for having me out. It was so much fun. Oh, y'all make sure, do what they said, because, I'm older, so I don't really know about the podcast and all that, but I know like and share and hit a button. It's got to be somewhere down there that tells you to subscribe. I can't see it, but you can. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody about this podcast. It was so much fun. I'm so excited to have been here and been a guest on your show. But yes, you can follow me, not in real life because that's against the law, but follow me on all my social media handles. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I think I'm on the little tiki-taki thing. I think I'm on there. I got on there by accident, but I think I'm still there. You can follow me on all of that. I even might be on X or Twitter or whoever it is, Twitter or X or whoever it is. Follow me. I'm under Comedienne. That's COMEDIAN. Comedienne Ms. Kecia. That's M with 3 Z's. MZZZ. One for the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. It was also buy 1 Z, get 2 free. Kecia. KECIA. No SH's. I was fancy. I was real fancy. And we was born rich, so I didn't have no SH's. Ms. Kecia, follow me. You can message me. You can shoot me an email. That's Ms. Kecia, etc. ETC, Ms. Kecia, etc. Because I do other things besides comedy. I can host and MC. And I do a little acting, too. Ms. Kecia, etc. at yahoo.com. Or you can call me at 901-491-0891. That's 901-491-0891. Now, don't call me real early. Don't call me real late. You can shoot me a text, too, but just don't make it real long and misspell no whole lot of words because I told you I'm a scholar. But I'm just so excited that you guys had me. Thank you for having me out. I'm just so excited. We should stay a little longer.
We definitely
that would be great because you would keep us laughing and everything.
We can call it C.A.P Productions, the After Hours.
After hours.
Yeah, can you see it? I can see it. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But Kecia, we have enjoyed you. It has been hilarious just in being in your presence, honey.
I had a ball.
It's been hilarious, and we have truly enjoyed it.
Thank you.
We have this. You guys make sure you contact her as well. I believe she's going to be in a stage play next week.
I am. I forgot. Yes, I am going to be in a stage play called The Royal Family. It's a Princeton James Productions. It is August 25th, 2024. It's a new theater by University of Memphis. I don't want to say it incorrectly, but if you go to the Princeton James Productions website, you can get tickets. I'll make sure that I give Jerry and Erica the information, but it's August 25th. Come check out Comedienne Miss Kecia as I am portraying. I'm going to give you a hint. I am Miss Ruby. All the characters I always play seem to be a Miss somebody. I think because I'm older. But come and check out The Royal Family, a stage experience, August 25th, 2024. It is, I want to say, I'm not sure of the website, but it's Princeton James Productions. Make sure you check it out.
All right.
That's what's up.
So listen. Now comes the part of our show where we have our very special moments. And of course, mine is the Detours moment. If you would like to book me for coaching or for speaking engagements, you can email me at Ephesians6pro@gmail.com. That's Ephesians, 6pro @gmail.com. Or you can book at www.eph6productions.com. And so for the Detours moment, it's just simply understand you will gain strength in your detours. Again, you will gain strength in your detours. When we go through these detours, we're ready to give up. We're upset. We're angry. We're depressed. It's so many different emotions that you feel. But I can say honestly that in the course of me going through so many detours and trying to get from A to B, I have learned a lot. I have grown a lot. I have grown a lot of courage. I've gotten more strength. I'm more bold. So I can tell you for honesty and for truth, you will gain strength in your detours.
That's good.
All righty. That was some good information, Erica. So now it's time for the brain drop moment. And my brain drop for the day is the way you move from point A to B, some people hate to see. Let me say it again. The way you move from point A to B, some people hate to see. What I'm saying is that you got to do what you have to do for your life, for yourself. Once you have become grown, you still honor and love your parents. You love your children, your significant other, but your friends or whomever. But there's always going to be somebody, and sometimes it's folks in those particular categories that may not agree with the way that you move from your point A, point B to C. You can't worry about that. If you've taken it up with God and you know what's best for you, you got to do that. And I'm sure a lot of you all have experienced that. I know I've experienced it in my life, but I'm at the point in my life now where the moves I make, I consult with God, and I do it. And if you love me or care about me, you'll support it, whether you agree with it or not. But if you have any issue with it, I don't let it bother me anymore. It used to kind of, agitate me, but now I'm learning to be like, hey, this is the one life I got. I'm gonna make the most of it.
That's right.
So, and also, if you need someone to speak on a panel or anything like that, you can reach me at Linktree/Jerry Davis. You can email me at authorjdavis@gmail.com. I would love to come be on your panel, speak to your men's ministry or to your young people or what have you. Definitely on that. 5 Dimensions. The book is, of course, online at Amazon. So definitely look forward to any of that. So this has been a great show today. We are grateful for having our first comedian of the year and good friend, comedian Miss Kecia on here today. Thank you for the laughs and sharing the insight about your journey.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
And before we sign off here, the message I give you on every episode that we have, if you're going to be anything in life, be for real. This is JD.
And this is Erica.
And we're signing off. Have a good one.
See ya.
See ya.